And he's done it again. See ya. A long home run into the second deck. 2-0 Yanks.
The New York Yankees just won again. They are starting to establish themselves as the best team in the AL, and Aaron Judge and Soto are both red hot, and Judge might be on the right path to win MVP. I suspect that if the baseball gods had told us prior to opening day that the Yankees would win 13 of their first 17 series outright and go to 20 games over 500 prior to Memorial Day, we all would have had a hard time believing it. And pretty much all Yankees fans would have taken that in a heartbeat. Even without Gerrit Cole, it has somehow come to pass. So in this video, I want to talk about how the Yankees have gotten so red hot. But before I begin, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We are now on the road to 30k subscribers, and with your support, I believe we can get there super fast. Alright, so the formula for the recent win over the Padres has pretty much been the same as it has been of late. Brilliant starting pitching, Aaron Judge bashing baseballs, and great work from the bullpen. It was all on display in San Diego, along with some great situational hitting, making the most of opportunities against one of baseball's best starting pitchers this season in Dylan Cease. Anthony Volpe didn't waste any time in this one, both putting pressure on Padres starter Dylan Cease and extending his hitting streak to 18 games, the longest active streak in the majors. Perhaps looking to get ahead, Cease pumped a 96-mile-per-hour heater over the middle of the plate that Volpe drove into left center for a leadoff single. And it didn't take much longer for Volpe to get back to the dugout after Juan Soto popped out and Cease hung an 0-2 curveball to Aaron Judge. Judge demolished the pitch 429 feet to left for his 17th home run to make it 2-0. And this is really, of course, where they took control of the game. Judge's sluggish start in April is now a distant memory, as suddenly he's tied with Kyle Tucker and Gunnar Henderson for the MLB home run lead and has gone deep in 4 consecutive games. He only had 6 homers to his name at the start of play on May 5th, but to say he's been scolding hot almost feels like an understatement. It's a pretty good thing that Judge got Cease when he did, because after the tank he hit, Cease kicked it into another gear and absolutely mowed down every Yankee he faced for a few innings, but he was helped out by a generous strike zone a couple of times. Cease retired the next 8 Yankee hitters, punching out 5 of them. In the top of the 4th, Anthony Rizzo singled to center, Judge scored, and then Gleyber Torres hit a sacrifice fly for Alex Verdugo to score the 4th run of the game. And basically, this was the one that put away the game. The Padres would only score 1 run in the bottom of the 8th from a Fernando Tatis home run. The Yankees have now won 8 of their last 10, and their schedule hasn't been easy at all. Yeah, they played the White Sox, but they had to go through the Twins, the Mariners, and the Padres. And I know it's super early in the season, but like I said, getting hot early only leaves us wondering how good of a record this team can have. And a good record always creates an easier path in the postseason. Alright. Now I want to talk about the pitching. For the first time in franchise history, Yankee starters have thrown at least 5 innings and allowed 2 or fewer runs in 13 straight games. And doing this without Gerrit Cole has been more than impressive. I recently made a video about this team and didn't talk about Luis Gil, and many of you came at me for it, so I definitely need to talk about him for a little bit. Travis Chapman, now the New York Yankees first base coach, wrote 2 separate scouting reports on only 1 opposing players when he managed the organization's 2017 Dominican Summer League team, then Minnesota Twins pitching prospect Luis Gil. Gil was a gangly 19-year-old returning from shoulder surgery. His fastball sat in the low 90s, and yet he was blowing it by future major leaguers Oswald Peraza, Jose Devers, and Duran with ease. Gil pitched 4 total innings against the DSL Yankees that season, and Chapman knew he had to document what he saw. "We had pretty good players on that team," Chapman said, and the way they were taking swings on his fastball was totally different than pretty much any other pitcher I'd seen down there. 7 years later, Gil has the 6th best whiff rate on his fastball across the MLB. The rookie who has filled in for Gerrit Cole, the reigning American League Cy Young Award winner, has been one of the best pitchers in the game. Gil ranks in the top 10 in the American League in the following categories: ERA, strikeouts per 9 innings, strikeout rate, opposing batting average, soft contact percentage, and home runs per 9 innings. The Yankees traded for Gil in a deal with the Twins for outfitter Jake Cave in March 2018. Gil initially signed with the Twins as a 16-year-old out of the Dominican Republic for $90,000. His rise to becoming a crucial piece of the rotation for the Yankees started 6 years ago when general manager Brian Cashman and assistant general manager Mike Fishman approached Chapman one day during spring training in 2018 after they designated Cave for assignment because of a roster crunch. They wanted to find a trade partner instead of losing him for nothing, so the Yankees phoned the Twins knowing they were in the market for an outfielder. Anyways, moving on, the starting rotation really has come a long way. They are getting extremely quality outings from Yordan, who is putting himself into the conversation for Comeback Player of the Year. Meanwhile, the trio of Nestor Cortes, Marcus Stroman, and Clarke Schmidt have given the Yankees stability in the middle of the rotation. The starting rotation has the best ERA of 2.79 in the American League and the second best in the MLB behind only the Philadelphia Phillies, and they also lead the AL in strikeouts per 9 innings and are second in batting average on balls in play. For the month of May, the starting rotation's 2.05 ERA is by far the best in the MLB to go along with 131.2 innings pitched, the most in the MLB during that span. The Yankees currently own the best record in the American League, and much of it has to do with the incredible stretch the starting rotation has enjoyed to begin the season. Also, closer Clay Holmes finally gave up an earned run. The Yankees closer had not allowed one in 20 innings over 20 appearances to begin the season until Monday's 9th inning, when some bad luck and 2 walks snowballed into 4 Mariners runs, a blown save, and a loss to snap the Yankees' 7-game winning streak. Holmes wasn't going to keep a 0 ERA forever, but the collapse with a 3-run lead was jarring nonetheless. The Yankees bullpen is still second across the majors in ERA and third in win probability added, despite ranking 23rd in strikeout rate. More Ks would make their effectiveness more sustainable. So yeah, this team is just clicking right now. Juan Soto has been everything this team could have asked for and so much more, and even the guys down the lineup have been producing here and there. And once Gerrit Cole comes back, things could really get scary. Let me know in the comments below what you've thought about this team so far into the season, and if you think this run is sustainable. The Yankees owners and front office already warned the fans that their payroll is not financially sustainable in the future. I don't think they're ever going to drop off, but if they do want the best chance at winning, I think now is the time. That's really all I have to say for this video. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point, and if you enjoyed and haven't yet, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe because your support truly does mean the world. And also, follow me on Instagram because I'm starting to post tons of cool sports content on there every single day. And until next time, I will see you all later.